Alright, there it is. Greetings everyone, I am Dr. J, and it's been a while since I've been able to find time to play this game, and not from lack of trying, because last week has been really busy as a result of just getting pulled in every direction, and unfortunately not too many directions that would lead to a lot of audio editing, which is the main thing that's slowing me down for the latest video. But after you wouldn't expect a weekend to be so exhausting, but after a long weekend, you know what? I just want to sit back and, well, honestly, thinking probably is a bad idea, but given the circumstances, but you know what? We're gonna see if we can get away with thinking today anyway. So, let's get on with it. Now, if I remember last, we had been asked by a local. Alright, so let's see. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we'll need to do. A lot of stuff related to Cade Nua. Now remind me, where's Cade Nua? Oh yeah, so it's the direction. Alright, so yeah, a lot of stuff related to Cade Nua that still needs to be seen too. And then, I believe the place that we need to go is past the Esternwood.
Sure.
Alright, let's see. What's the fast mode? Alright. Double and slow. Okay, that makes sense. So, we've got a local ruler to usurp, apparently. Part of me wonders if there's more going on than what I've been told, but I suppose I will find out in time, won't I? So, let's see what lies within. Warding symbols as red and rough as scabs have been carved into some of the trees. Interesting. Wonder what kind of wards, what the intention was. Orland's Cradle. I wonder what all of these will end up affecting long term. The heck are you? Vessels. Well, actually, you'll be quite useful if I'm willing to bring you up here. Alright, that made things relatively simple. Didn't even lose a whole lot of endurance.
Sure.
Or vessel flesh. Alright, so that takes care of this part of it. Alright, so that gets us the southern perimeter. I guess we'll just keep moving along here, see what we find. Probably could speed this up a little bit, though. Oh. More beasties. That is way too useful. Way too useful.
Hey there.
Spear spiderling. Well, these I unfortunately can't do too much yet when it comes to magic, but you know what? I can still have him use it just to heal people.
Here's a lesson to be taught.
Alrighty. Anything good? And just some spider lights.
Show them how it's done!
Is that an echo to the voice?
Sure.
Wonder where that was. Alright, that's probably nothing too serious.
Hey there.
Actually, I wonder if I can do anything. Probably not.
Hey there.
Actually, is there anything to the north of this place? No. Good to know. Guess we'll double back quickly then. See if there's anything else along this trail. What's this? Is it the same warning as last? Things glisten with fresh sap. So, either the tree... So, does that mean that the carving is relatively recent, then? Wonder why that would be. Just when I just saw something. Okay, so this is a trail taking us up somehow. Why do I get the feeling there's trouble up here? Human skeleton? Okay, so vessels are basically the undead of this world. Alright, nothing too serious. Oh, now we're getting serious. Alright, we might have to get very serious. Orlin skeleton. I don't know what that means. So, a couple of weapons. Fine crossbow. Memorials. Let's see. Here lies in earth the root of hell, set by the Dale's ain Dibble. This worthless body damned himself. Help, to save Lord the trouble. So is it a memorial to a bunch of people who have fallen?
Yeah?
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, there was some controversy over some of these. Because I think this was part of... Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, there was a controversy over one of these because it upset the Twitter mob at the time. Oh man, some of these are silly. Okay. Oh yeah, this is definitely part of the Kickstarter thing with names like that. I don't know if it would be worth reading all of them out then, but... Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too... Oh, I'll save the... Actually... You know what? We'll see to the main story, and then if I remember, I'll come back. How about that? That seems a fair trade. Also, did I forget to deal with this guy before I got distracted by spiders? I think I did. Well, if I did, it looks like I can't... Yes, I did get distracted. Ramhorn Helm. Interesting. Alright, more stuff to add to the stash, as always. Alright, nothing too scary at this point, considering that we probably went a little further ahead along the main story than we probably should have, but that's okay. Bradrick's Hole. Trying to remember how exactly they said we might be able to enter. Level up. That's surprising. Now, what do I want to give you? Oh, AoE. Does that mean that I can drop it on... Does that mean I can drop it onto everyone and have no fear of reproach? Well, if I can get level 3s, I should probably go for a level 3. And I can go for 2. That's useful. Okay, so... Arduous delay of motion. Alters the perception of time for enemies in the area of effect, lowering their speed and movement. That sounds like it could be useful, more so than Arcane Dampener. Draining touch. I'm reticent to have you go too close, though. Cackling Bolt. What's this? Lightning Bolt. Okay, basically. It does bounce up to ounce, so it's a dangerous weapon, but you know what? I like dangerous weapons. What other ones are there? Deleterious Alacrity of Motion. So, I guess that Okay, so basically, sacrifice your endurance for greater speed. Okay, that could be useful. Although, a bit of a risk, though. We'd have to do more camping than I'd probably like, but that's okay. Now that we've got now that we've got more set up on the stronghold, perhaps eventually we'll be able to get consistent camping supplies, but that is a concern right now, is how consistently I'll be able to get supplies and be able to rest. Because I don't want to run back to town every time I want to rest. Let's see, exposed vulnerabilities. Let's see. Damage reduction. Okay, so allows us a greater chance to actually do damage. Useful. And actually, that might be more useful than arduous delay of motion. I think I'm going to switch that out. Because I do want an offensive spell. But alright, what else is there? Calicott's Minor Blight. And so let's see. Creates a ball of energy in the caster's hand that can be thrown at an enemy, causing burn, freeze, corrode, or shock damage to anyone caught in the AoE. Blights are continually replenished until the spell ends. Okay, so basically gives you a throwing weapon. Displaced images. Okay, so that's this game's version of mirror image. Miniletta's bounding missiles. Okay, as an increased. Well, okay, so a greater. Well, it looks like a more powerful magic missile. Noxious burst. Or AoE damage. Pulsive visage. Terrified and sickened are pretty useful effects, but I think I want just pure damage right now. So we'll go with this. Bearing in mind, this is a wizard. There will be means by which I can learn a fair number of spells, so I'm not terribly concerned about that. So. Well, let's wander the field.
This is the home of the man responsible for those hanging corpses. You don't plan on knocking, do you?
Well, when you put it that way. Looks like a moat of some kind. At least what I assume to be a moat. Oh wow, this is a big map. I feel like I'm gonna run into undead just by wandering around out here. Although, this is gonna be a pretty important map, I suspect. Oh, what's this? Set into the base of the keep's outer wall, a sewer grate spills murky, foul-smelling wastewater into the keep's surrounding moat. Slick, mossy stones form a precarious bridge across the murky water. Ahead, the iron bars of the sewer grate block passage. The bars are coated with rust, and several appear bent, or sit at strange angles. They may have been weakened enough that you could bend them, given the means. Okay, so this might be a good way to sneak our way inside. So, given that, I am curious to see if there's other ways we can go about dealing with this. Alright, so there doesn't appear to be anything in that direction. So, let's head back this way and be sure that I want to go up there before I actually go up there. The guard fixes a glower on you. You have no business here. Lord Radric is not permitting any visitors, merchants, or traveling entertainers. He sneers. Best turn right around. I'll be leaving then. Goodbye. Well, let's get a sense through the perimeter first. I suppose worst case scenario, we could probably just barge in. Although I suspect... Well, ooh, another way, potentially. Let's see. The castle's bell tower rises up over the walls before you. Thick vines have grown over the outer wall, weaving over and between the stones. The vines span near the full height of the wall, curling over the parapets. The overgrown vines look fairly sturdy, though it's unclear whether they would bear a person's weight. Far above, you notice that a section of the parapet has fallen away, presenting a gap in the defenses. Okay, so there's more than one way to approach. Okay, so given my character, I'm not as good when it comes to dex, so I think we're gonna take the sewer route. I think that's probably my best chance of going through. Although, actually, you know what? If I've got the power of save scumming, I'm morbidly curious to see if this will actually work. You get a running start on the bank of the moat and leap, aiming for some of the thicker vines. Your handhold sways and there is an ominous cracking sound above, but the vine holds. The tower looms above you. The climb up the keep is long and weary. Kena, Aloth, and Durance begin to lag behind, fatigued. But in time, the top of the wall comes well within reach, and you are able to pull yourself up and over. Doesn't take much to get us over then. Well, I suppose we can look around at least. Ooh, fine scale armor. I hear footsteps. I get the feeling I'd entered combat. Okay, so that's one way that we can explore. Still, if our goal is to deal with these guys quickly and efficiently, our best bet would probably be to get inside. I'd technically be missing out on combat, but I suspect, given the circumstances, my best bet would be to work smarter, not harder. And since I have a way to theoretically break open the bars without necessarily even needing the pry bar, you'd think that someone of sufficient strength could bend some of the more worn bars, allowing passage. Who will make the attempt? You step forward to grip two of the iron bars. Leaning back, you pull as hard as you can. Despite your best efforts, however, the iron holds fast. Alright, Adair fails. Kena fails. Aloth fails. Durance fails. The constant rush of foul water against the grate makes maneuvering difficult, but you manage to place the pry bar between two of the more heavily rusted bars and give it a heavy push. With a groan, one of the iron bars begins to give. You heave, and at last the bar snaps free of its base with a crunch. Beyond the broken grate, a dark passage leads further into the keep. Murky water flows through it in a continuous stream. You take a deep breath to forestall the acrid stench around you, and slip forward into the flooded tunnel. The walls soon fade from view as you plunge into a foreboding darkness. It is hard going, and after a long period of swimming, Kena's strokes grow slow and erratic with fatigue. But as you swim on, light begins to filter through the murky water ahead of you. You press on, seeking out the source, until you find yourself standing beneath a circular gap in the tunnel, and a way out. We're in. That was disgusting. But never mind. Nevertheless, we are in. Let's see what lies in wait.
I can do that. That's settled.
The Adair Empire, Part 1. It's interesting. I get the you know what, we'll save that lore for the end. Actually, I better write down stuff that I'll need to read out. Okay, so that makes two things now. Cemetery and books. Alright, now that I've got that note, I'd be very confused with myself if I look at that later on.
Attend to the priest! Too long has it been since we made camp.
We're all fatigued?
Brave Dalfi.
What the hell are undead doing here? What am I afflicted by? Oh, that's weakened, not... Okay, so... Interesting. But luckily, AoE... Well, luckily we can make short work of AoE. Very short work of AoE. Very short work of... Well, with AoE. Can make very short work of these guys. But now that we know there are traps...
Easy does it.
might this be? Whoops, that was the wrong button.
Yes.
See if you can slow him down. Honestly, we seem to have things pretty well in hand looking at this. Although Kane is... That is Kane, right? Yeah, he's taking a couple hits, but that's okay. Oh geez, I'm taking a lot of hits right now. I might need to use 7 wins. Oh geez. I did not think this through. Okay, some of these had to have been stronger than normal. Maybe they were, actually.
Brave thou be not believe.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to rest soon.
We gotta take better care of Ella.
Okay.
Yeah?
Keeping an eye out. How may I help?
Alright. Ah, more memorials. I was eating second breakfast before with school. Okay, cute.
I shall.
Yes?
The bite marks on these bones appear to be the proper size for folk and elven teeth. Gouge marks and scratches line the edge of the lid. Well, I guess we don't know when we're gonna be back here, so I guess we'll read these memorials now. Faithful watcher, beloved companion. Here lies a man from the Loo, who never knew quite what to do. He tried singing a song, didn't last very long, so instead made a hearty beef stew. Okay. Brave leader and pilot of the great golem Granzengen, who gave his life to destroy the vampire lord Marcus the Destroyer, because someone doesn't care that alchemist fire kills indiscriminately. Lost in ancient and forgotten lands. We are more than we allow ourselves to be. Dreams are infinite, and yet all of my dreams lie here. Wow, that's morbid. In memory of the stately house of lords, whose minds and tongues as keen as vorpal swords, would now be reigning over land and sea, had they remembered to beware the tree. Oh dear, this... We never scaled to your level. I died, succumbing to nature, but thousands of souls in my soul will fit. One of them is extinguished. That for a bit, I and the thousands of remaining live. Not sure I understand what that one's trying to say. For 62 years he led the way. Where he rode, others followed. There was no one better. At least the weather's cooler around these parts. Oh! Some of these are neat little rhymes. Some of them are just, okay, decent knots. There's just such a random mix in here. Choose red, green, or blue. 3 colors alone outcome. Winter, space, despair. I came, I saw, I died. I wondered why someone painted teeth on that one. If you can read this, the plan to achieve eternal life isn't going well. Go forth and loot. Seriously, stop reading this. You've got monsters to slay and gods to humble. The longer you spend reading, the more loot and fame slips through your fingers. Go forth, adventurer. Well played. Here rests Duke, crushed by a rampaging sauropod.
Hey there.
I'm just gonna pretend to know it.
Yes?
Alright, next. Now the wind scatters the old leaves across the earth. Now the living timber bursts with the new buds, and spring comes around again. And so with men, as one generation comes to life, another dies away. Decisions delayed until time runs out were always going to be his decisions delayed until time runs out were always going to be his downfall. Oh dear. I feel like I'm being judged. He was neither as swift or cunning as he thought. Clumsy, a poor swimmer at best, prone to whining of aches, often within earshot of ravenous arthropods. Yet lived to 92 due to love of sweet Bubba. Whatever that is. Am I uncultured by not knowing what that is? Probably. Just Lord Devil Ray. We do not know ourselves in a lifetime. How can we know others? Undeserving of this expensive tombstone. Memorializing intensifies. Believe! Immured and buried here lies a man in wisdom down the tray. Hounds the tray. Whimpered until his silk pall. Whimpered under his silk pall. Let me give you an advice. An advice? Don't die, refuse to fade away. Dead's not worth effort after all. Dead's not worth effort at all. That was weird English. May our deeds be sung through the ages. Here lies Dave Oshry. His hair was perfect. Okay then. We've done the impossible, and that makes us mighty. Malcolm Reynolds. Here lies the three-toed sloth. He sadly died from choking on the olives he loved so much. He owes everything to his friends and family, but especially so to his best friend Shannon. A despondent husk discarded with shame, bound by the tyranny of torment and blame. He cannot die, but exists unwhole. Vicarity's shadows destroy his soul. He ekes life inexorably, intent on his claim. Is that Elvish? Because I don't recognize that language. Actually, for all I know, it's a real-world language and I'm being culturally insensitive. Don't pay attention to me! From mortal to celestial to redeemer to martyr. Lost forever, but never forgotten. Charity is the sincerest form of flattery. Donations, please! Backer, this incredible video game. Successor of the Baldur's Gate series. And it's been doing great. It's been doing pretty good so far. Confusion. Ripping.
As you say. Too long has it been since we made camp.
Okay, is there a formal detect traps skill that I forgot about?
Yes?
Because I feel like I should have seen both of those traps. Actually, is there a specific... Actually, there's probably a specific skill that I forgot about that allows me to detect traps. Mechanics, probably? In that case, I should probably have Aloth continue working on them alongside lore. Because honestly, the fact that we can use... Oh yeah, because we've got Kana for lore at this point, so I should probably have Aloth invest more into mechanics so we can actually find these traps and deal with them. But either way, we've got... You know what, I think we can risk another engagement. Oh, more? Samuel Clark, in memory of Tack. Wandered the realm of the living in search of the supernatural. Alas, his existential struggle shrouded the truth in mystery. For eternity, he will wander the realm of the dead seeking closure. Rip. Why owe anything? Why own anything when life is just alone? Okay, I was not prepared for that. Pause this, because the steel was black, the attitude exact. Now the chase is on, telling you to come on. 53 brothers on the run, then we are gone. Here I lie. Or do I? Let this spot be a testament to the three heroes of House Noblegaff. Corrosive the Frost, Lord of Panty. What? Shadow the Net, Lord of Olsen. Lash the Men, Lord of Awesome. Verily, they rock. Oh dear. Is that someone's D&D group? From Zork to Eternity. Now we've seen it all. Alas, more speed by name than nature. This Alexis Speed the name. Oh dear. Eaten by a wild badger. A wise man once said, he who seeks vengeance must dig 2 graves, one for his enemy and one for himself. 2 graves? Pass the shovel, it's gonna be a long night. No wax, no life. Oh dear. An often forgotten visionary, giving the gaming world some of its most brilliant and ingenious games when video game was in its infancy. Shipwreck, greedy ghosts, and Sablik tans forever. What, was there an early access version to this where all of this would start making sense? Yeah, I don't recognize that language. In memorial. That's a simple one. Wake up, time to die. Don't worry, I'm not going to fall and kill you. Hey, don't rock. in memoriam of a unique human being. He died as he lived, on fire and being chased by a pack of wild dogs. Are you sure that's not a D&D? Are you sure that's not a D&D character? Because that sounds like the bard in my group. Born on the arid plains of the wasteland, schooled in violence on the streets of Scarabray, and dragged through the dark portal, in the unforgiving ranges of White Marsh, he finally found peace. A tongue sharper than the sword of steel, but not hard enough to bar the blade's path through his skull. Elwyn Moran, for eternity. Joanne, whatever. A man of few words. A wily old man. Far better it is to dare mighty things than to take rank with those poor, timid spirits who know neither victory nor defeat. Laid low by a lifetime of gaming. Pain is temporary. Glory lasts in eternity. Chicks dig scars. Well then. Beloved Knight of the Darkosi Palladini, Eternal Guardian. I feel like that's an inside joke, I don't know. There seems to be a lot of these. Faelorn, he just had to poke that sleeping troll. A quiet and cunning rogue, she was among the most talented of thieves. So adept this pickpocket was, we advise you check your pockets before you leave. Alright, just a name. The wolves will mourn their prodigal son, whose life once brought order and peace. No more will he the midnight sun gaze, but in the wolves his soul stays incarnate. For eternity. Here lies old W.S., a rogue of a man, more or less. Briganzor took him, and stone dead they struck him, for they he did gently caress. Wait. What? That raises more questions. To both a friend and our dog, both life companions who saw the dignity in all people, regardless of how many limbs, color, creed, or language. How many limbs? Fluffle, fluffy marshmallow of the Obsidian Order? What? A cube made of mallow, a sweet fluffy fellow, was held in the fire. When pink turned to black, ready was the snack. Who came up with this? Who wrote this? Oh my gosh, why am I wasting... Okay, I know exactly why I'm wasting my time with this, because it's hilarious. Patience can sharpen even the smallest of efforts into a weapon that can strike the heart of an empire. Your victories may be small, but over time a great victory may be achieved. Okay, these suggestions... unlocking this will require the proper key, eh? Alright then, let's go get ourselves into some more trouble. Shh. I'm meditating. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Oh wait, you can level up. Let's do that. Have you lean into that a little bit? Next. And because you're a cleric, you just get all of them automatically. Yay! I love clerics. Well, we can deal with some random moves. That's not too much of a problem.
I'd say it's time to get a campfire going and let's sleep.
You're exaggerating.
I'll see what I can do.
Lockpicks required. Go for it.
The work of a
Not even slowing it down.
Alright, let him come out a bit so we can... Oh, you actually hit us. How dare you. Do this.
show him how it's done.
There we go. Ah, this looks like a jail of some kind. Blood is smeared on the wall in the vague shape of letters. Whatever it once said... Whatever it once said has been obscured by a crimson handprint. Who are you?
I'll have it in no time.
A few bloodied fingernails are embedded in the dirt.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, jeez.
The work of a moment.
This young man's face is badly bruised, and his gaunt form is covered in a threadbare shirt. He watches you, shivering, with a measure of hope in his eyes. I don't know who you are, but will you help me? Poor lad's taken a beating. We're trespassing as it is. Let's set him free and take a single scolding for it. He gazes nervously past you at the open cell door. I don't think I can fight my way out. I take it you ended up here after assaulting this keep with Kolsch and his men? Yes, he looks away. It seemed like a good plan. We got in without incident and I knew the way. But we were surprised in the dungeons, and most of us... You'll have seen some of them. Fought them. Their bodies at least. Not their minds anymore, but souls. The woman down here, Roderick's animaster. Her name is Osraya. Austria? Austria? I've heard her speaking sometimes, talking about a cure. Lord Roderick calls on her often. But she's not curing anyone. She's only turned men and women into monsters. I watched her take the others. Was sure I'd be next. Men and women turn to this evil to cure Hollowborn. Madness. Tell me about Austria. There's something not right about her. Bad feeling, I mean. I knew the moment she arrived things would take a turn for the worse. There's nothing good comes from dealing with animancers. Unnatural, the lot of them. She's the one who transformed them. Changed my friends into monsters. Said she was doing it for the good of Gilded Vale. Chiako clenches a fist. More like the good of her point person or sick curiosity. She's dangerous. And who knows what else she's got in her laboratory. Wouldn't go in there. She has a convincing manner. Spells, no doubt. This place is still dangerous. Wait here for now. Chiako nods hurriedly, swallowing. Of course. Stay here until you give the word. Oh look, more skeletons. Better do something about that? That spell is way too useful.
I could use a wee kip.
Oh jeez. Why do we keep running into traps?
Oh, come on, not like this.
Let's burn this.
Yeah, I think we will. Okay, now that I'm at
Hey
1
there.
HP, I think now is the time that we rest. Surprised they let us do it, honestly, but I'm not going to raise a fuss. I will not besmirch good fortune.
I'll take a peek.
Huh? What's that? Oh, must have been one of the skeletons we fought. That is ladder up.
Something over there.
Aye? Aye?
Just like an adherent to go down fast.
Probably not the smartest move considering we had just rested, but you know what? Ooh, blunting belt. What have we got? Oh, I've got one too. Let's give it to you since that you like being in the front for something. Actually, honestly, what I should have you do, if you're gonna be a summoner, I should give you that arbalest and let
Hey
you
there.
have fun with it.
I'll see what I can find.
Alright, so that appears to be a way up of sorts. That's the lower ramparts.
You might find this interesting.
Hey.
Alright.
Yeah?
Let's see what lies this way.
Besides our death. Well, it looks like we just triggered the trap, so can't get too much out of that. Oh right, I forgot they can shoot crap at us. Immune. Of course. Let's see how long I can last then.
What?
Rush up. Okay, not very long apparently. That's a lot of black oozes. Did quick save before this, right? Oh, you can use Fireball now!
Following your
Fireball!
I shall deal with this.
Do it again! Disengage so others can jump in.
Not getting through me.
For Takoa!
Yes. Lava roof beyond sea.
You two want to join us?
Yes?
That is not a very high heal.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Bloodstones.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a gemstone, or is that useful for progressing somehow? Still, it looks like whatever we need in order to get into... Whatever we need to get into there, we don't have the means yet, it seems like. So, given that, I think our best bet would... Yeah, actually, is there any more... Oh, there's more this way. Okay. Ooh,
Hey.
that's something we missed.
Mm-hmm.
Brave does.
I should try. Alright, let him run out after. Let him gather around, and then murder!
Let's burn this. That's it.
Oh wow, 36 piercing damage. That's... What did you just cast? Not that I'm complaining, I'm just surprised.
Sure.
Bit of money. Scroll of Tanglefoot. Hang on to this. Also, this is a lot of junk that can be thrown into the stash. Alright, we're good. I think that gets everything important.
Hey there.
The tank is warm to the touch. The glass vibrates with the bubbling fluid inside. Blood inflects a dried flesh and crusts the remains.
Sure.
That's fun.
How may I help? That's not nice. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey there.
Yeah,
Hey, you're worse than Aloth.
Yeah?
Aren't you Aloth? Ooh, camping supplies. Thank you very much, game. I greatly appreciate that. I feel like I've gotten Stockholm Syndrome. Ooh, another way up. So where's this lead? To the Keep Kitchen. Okay. And then this leads back into the jail. So... Wait, why the hell did I just go down?
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that'll do. Did I just go down? Did I spring a trap? Yeah. Okay, I did hit a trap. Okay, that's fun. In that case, we'll switch me over to this.
Hey there.
We'll call it good.
Sure.
Oh shit. A woman, caught mid-step across the room, turns her head to face you. Long curls of black hair frame her face, one side of which is flecked with some green liquid. The gaze she sets upon you holds an eerie intensity. More interruptions. The woman sets down the book she holds, smiling faintly. What an interesting time we've been having of late. So many uninvited guests. I suppose I have you to thank for all the damage to my work. It took time to get these people back on their feet, you know. Osria frowns. What is it you're doing here? Were those yours? I prefer cats myself. I'm one of those as well. Osria studies you, mouth crooked, working upwards in a small smile. You're one of Kolsch's little rebels, I take it. Come to fulfill his ambitions, put an end to his departed allies. No matter. What concerns me is the curse upon Gilded Vale's people. I am on the cusp of a great discovery, and it is not Kolsch who undermines me. She eyes you. You might have chosen more powerful allies. What caused Waidwin's legacy? It isn't the superstitions of senile old men, I can tell you that. Osria snorts. The legacy is an affliction of the soul, and I have dedicated my life alongside my peers to understand the fabric of souls, the essence of life. With any luck, she'll hang on that tree alongside her peers too. Alot's voice is cold. I consider myself the foremost student of Pangram's famed theorems. It wasn't by chance that I was called here to assist in determining the true cause of this blight. This curse is not a parting gift from the scattered god, nor a punishment for petty sins. It must be a localized effect, something which strips the soul from a body, as the Biawaks are known to do. Don't tell my town that. They might get real embarrassed about trying to have me hanged. I have detected, even so, lingering traces of essence upon the bodies of so-called Hollowborn. This suggests that the soul itself has not been wholly destroyed. It remains, I think, intact somewhere, and so it can be retrieved, suttered, if you will, back into its mortal flesh. Why haven't you been able to find a cure yet? Osria's expression grows cold. It's that fool priest Nedmar, that Baratheon. That old man has woven a tiny little tapestry of lies and fables. Lord Radric is a pious man, and Nedmar holds power over him, especially now, after this business with Ygritte, as if that Hollowborn child was my doing. In any case, my efforts are increasingly hobbled by ignorance. I think you'd have more luck countering these superstitions if your methods weren't so grim. Kana's eyes on one of the undead warily. The priest has focused Lord Radric's attention upon the ruins of the Scattered Gods' temple. If it is consecrated anew, redirected to Berath, then the curse will be lifted. Osria rolls her eyes. Radric believes him, of course. In any case, he has supplied a vast amount of gold towards the effort. You will note that I am bereft of such generous support. She gestures to her lab with a sweep of her arm. I am left to scrounge for answers in these dismal conditions. Could I help somehow? Osria angles a curious look your way. An interesting proposal. I certainly can't leave you threatening Lord Radric's life. How would I continue my research if he were gone? Still, perhaps we need not be enemies. If your true purpose is indeed as Kolsch claims to help the Gilded Vale, then we are of one mind, and you may well be of use to me. I stand at the very brink of revelation, but Nedmar's interference has gone too far. What do you want me to do? I want you to deal with the High Priest, of course. With him gone, Radric will have nobody to distract him. We can focus our efforts upon resolving this crisis, and we will have the resources to do so. Kill him, and in return I will give you the means to speak with Radric, a secret way by which you can avoid the guards. Osria's smile curls crookedly. They are not as patient as I, you see, nor do they ask many questions before attacking. She raises a finger. All this with the condition that you do not harm Lord Radric. Hey, let's take the deal and then double-cross her. Sorry, I said that louder than I meant to. Got excited. I don't feel like being... I don't know if I want... I don't know if I necessarily want to trust you, though. No deals. I'm leaving now. Very well. If it's battle you long for, I'm happy to indulge you. Perhaps Lord Radric will show me greater favor if I bring him your corpse as well. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I am low health.
That looks like it. Hurt?
Alright, where's me? Back there? Okay, then I have free reign to shoot at people. And I don't have my best magic either. Flesh Construct, that looks dangerous. Well, if you're gonna be that close quarters, you may as well switch your weapons like that. Best guy's down. Okay. Where's my quick save? When was that? Because I don't exactly want to deal with...
Hey there.
I don't exactly want to make a deal with you.
Hey.
Alright, so let's go ahead and go through this. I do hope you're not considering a deal with her. You're as monstrous as the creatures you make. What third levels do you have? Alright, that should help keep us in good shape. I doubt that that will work indoors. Oh, that seems like it would... Ooh, that seems like it could be really fun.
More than raw!
Wait, no, not second one, this one. We've got them properly bottlenecked right now. Actually, are you able to shoot at her? Holy shit, that hurt.
No! Hang on!
Well, that hurt. Okay, you are our new target. Direct all your attention to her. Got it.
Parathis! Sacre tu! Leave it to me!
Alright, let's make sure this guy goes down.
Let's have it!
Oh jeez, whatever the hell that was, it hurt.
Leave it to me! Parathis!
Get him. Skeletal wizard. I never would have expected a skeletal wizard to show up at this point. Ooh, a grimoire.
Gores.
A black cat?
Hey there.
How may I help?
Hey there.
At first you think this poor creature is diseased, for its black fur seems to have fallen off its hide in patches. But when the cat turns to investigate a fly on the wall, you note that an entire section of its ribcage is open to the air. Some of its tail is rotted away altogether to reveal a few jagged vertebrae. This doesn't seem to bother the cat much. It lets out a trilling purr and rubs against your skin. You spend a few pleasant moments scratching the cat between the ears. Black fur comes away in clumps. You pick up the surprisingly light and unexpectedly pointy creature, and it purrs contentedly in your arms. Did we just... What? What the hell did I just pick up?
Hey there.
What the hell am I now carrying with me?
Let's see what lies this way.
I have a very bad feeling about this. Silver fenning. The deerwood.
Following your lead.
How may I help?
Yeah?
Nothing too scary. Surprised it wasn't more. Wonder if that key holds anything interesting. Yeah, I think quest items were in here. Rusted irons. Alright, so... does that allow us to go over here and do something? Is there a specific march that I want you to do? Not there's much that I can do.
Hey there.
Oh, we don't have the proper... We still don't have the proper key? Curious. I wonder if that would be the way to speak with Radric. Maybe. Is it safe? Alright, let's see if he can make it. You're free. Make a run for it. Thank you, stranger. I have to get back to the fork, but first some food and rest, I think. If you would dare the upper floors, please tell me El Nedmar I live yet. Tell him I still have the carving he gave me, of the Pale Knight. That should convince him, and perhaps he can help you somehow. Good luck. May the gods keep you safe. Okay. So if I can... If you would dare the upper floors, please tell Nedmar he lives. Okay. Where's this lead? Lower ramparts versus the kitchen. Well, given our state, we are absolutely resting. Beforehand. Honestly, a heal... I'm not sure what would be more useful. I think we'll keep with damage reduction for now. Okay, let's try and be sneaky. Moderate reputation? Well, it's gained reputation, so I guess... Well, Radric clearly is no friend to the people here. Where's that lead? Oh dear, a new map entirely? I have a bad feeling about this. Some kind of storehouse. Guess we can check to see if there's anything useful. Baratheon priest robes. wonder if I can find the lord of this place. Alright, over ramparts. I don't want to go outside yet. Acolyte. Well, that didn't last long.
Hey there.
Show him!
Why would you walk up to us after ensnaring some, paying our best melee dude?
How may I help?
I don't think these guys thought this through.
Hey there.
Well, I guess there's no avoiding combat now. Where'd you come from? Slap him away. You bring that down on his head.
Fort!
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of damage reduction and other shenanigans going on around. Okay. This is starting to annoy me. Alright, that's one down. Alright, that's a start, so I don't care if it's... Alright, we got him. Had to be a little more involved in
You
that.
give
but
me
that's
any
okay.
more gifts and people will start thinking you're playing favorites.
I'll teach you a lesson!
The threadbare robes in the closet smell of incense.
I can do that. Settled.
Roll of nature's mark. Potion of power. Interesting. Oh dear. This looks like it'll be fun.
Love.
Not quite fast enough.
I'll teach you a lesson! Show him how it's...
Did I turn off party AI for you? Wonder why your skeletons didn't immediately rush out. Oh geez, I've taken a few hits.
That's not very helpful.
Stand still!
Sure.
Alrighty. Oh dear, I just stirred the hive. I just pissed off the hive. Oh, I just stirred up the hive. Oh crap, this is really bad. Holy crap, how am I already this low health? Well, if you're gonna get that close, I'll just burn all of you. Oh, you didn't like that? Okay, do it again. Maybe you'll like this one a little more. Scum. Oh, that spell's useful. Siege platform.
Hey
Oh,
there.
wow, there was a lot in there. I'm gonna have so much fun going through inventories. Banquet? Right, a dinner table? I really did stir up the hive. Holy shit, I thought I had stirred up the hive, now I just really stirred it up. Holy crap, that's a lot of people. Slap him away. Oh dear, we're about to lose him. Well, we seem to do a decent amount before dying. Alright, who's low? You are. Okay.
Not getting through me.
Try this.
Let's
See if we can knock down some of them. At least you're in good shape. Okay, you're healing everyone, aren't you? Alright, focus this guy.
leave.
That seemed to help. I hope. Alright, another one down.
Block 10.
Alright, you two go after this guy. Come on, die already. Ah,
Gotta be more careful.
I think I've just lost.
No! Adair has fallen!
Yeah, I think I've just lost. Where's quick save? Oh crap, it was right before the first wave of BS? Did I really not quick save after that? Or maybe I... well, I hope I did. Crap. Oh good, I did. Well, now that I know that that's in there,
Sure.
let's not go in there yet.
Brave
Sure.
Edring Hadred. More lore. Oh, this looks useful. The Deerwood Part 5, huh? Many Faces of Barath.
A simple test. A simple test.
Yes? I'll have it in no time.
Yeah, both of you are Mechanics 4, so we can't get in there. Crap. I did not think that part. I did not think that through. Still. No idea how we're able to carry all this, but game mechanics, so I'll take it. Now, where's that scrolled note? Did it end up in here somewhere? I didn't accidentally click it, did I? I got your gift. I can't believe someone actually wrote down that kind of thing on parchment. I left something for you in the chapel. Well, careful not to go digging in the wrong skull again. Yeah, that sounds like it'll be important. Yeah, that sounds...
I'll have it in no time.
Oh, God. Using our last
The
lockpicks on
work
this.
of a moment.
Hope this is worth it. This frail old priest is hunched over a table, surrounded by scattered scrolls and parchment, examining their contents with the aid of a thick monocle. He glances up at you as you approach, blinking rheumy eyes. More visitors, then? You're not one of the acolytes, or the guards for that matter. His voice is a dry, quiet rasp. Which makes you intruder at the least? Kolsch put you up to this, I suppose? Yes, that would be him, sending young men to dash themselves against the keep's defenses. He shakes his head. Would that my sermons could draw such fervor. Still, you are here. What is it you want? Giaco is safe. He asked me to tell you about a carving you gave him. Nedmar's eyes widen. With sudden vigor, he rushes forward to grasp your arm. Oh, thank the gods. Thank you. I did not think anyone could. That is, I feared... He shakes his head. I did not want him to meet the Pale Knight so soon. Nedmar pulls away, collecting himself. Here, perhaps this will serve as a reward. He pulls a large iron key from the pocket of his robe and hands it to you. This will open a door in the scriptorium. He points west, and from there you can reach the chapel and Lord Radric without encountering quite so many guards. Take this too. I have little wealth to offer. Better to give it if something of use. I would entreat you before you go. Despite his shortcomings, Lord Radric follows the gods with obedience, and he has Gilded Vale's best interest in mind. It may be that with time he can achieve what he desires. Please consider this before you turn to violence. I thought you'd favor Kolsch's, Lord of Radric's hold. I favor him as he is, a man of vision, but Kolsch has a hunger in him for rule, even if to good purpose. He is not led by faith. Still, he is my friend, and I am willing to give assistance to Kolsch in return or in divine favor to the lands of Gilded Vale. Should Lord Radric fall, that is. What does this key open? It is a master key. Nedmar wrings his hand as he speaks. It will not open every door, but it will permit you access to the stairs leading down into the Lord's chapel. I will also open the door along the keep's main hall, but you will face heavy fighting if you go that way. You do not have much time. Whatever your intent, Lord Radric will soon discover that one of his prisoners have escaped, and then you will lose the element of surprise. But surely you don't mean to... Nedmar shifts uncomfortably, looking out towards the hallway. Very well. I cannot ask you to brave the dungeons where you are not at your fittest. Rest here for a few hours, and I will ensure no one enters.
You know, there are accounts of watchers in all of the regions I've visited. If the adventuring life doesn't work out for you, you could always read souls for coin, give people advice, tell them which family they're related to, and whom they should duel for past offenses.
I could probably convince people of all kinds of things. Well, that's not quite the approach I could think of, but very true. Ephesian prayer. Parthian scripture. Lore. Gotta love lore. Feels wrong to take stuff from here when he was just kind to us, so... Stairs leading down into the Lord's... Stairs leading down into the Lord's chapel. Stairs down. Those lead up. Let's see, upper ramp. Let's see, to upper ramparts. Kitchen. I am curious to see what's in here, though. So let's brave it. Let's have some fun. Alright, what other spells do I have? Okay, we're thoroughly surrounded. Let's keep firing. It's a risk, but it might be a fun risk. Surprised I'm still standing, honestly, given all that just happened. Although, our most bulky fighter is in the front, so maybe that's why.
Join arms!
How are you still standing after all this? Amazing what happens when you go unprepared for once.
I'll teach you a lesson!
That worked out. Oh geez, there's so much. Sweet musky incense is stored in boxes under the altar. The dungeon crypts? Oh wow, if I had gone through and... Oh, that would hurt. Wait, this leads back down to the... This leads back down to the lower level? Oh man, if I'd actually gone through there, that... Oh. Interesting. Very interesting. Wonder why they would have... Okay, then I suspect that way would have opened then. If I had taken up the quest to take out the priest. So, we don't want to go through the ramparts. Explore these kitchens further. Guards. And all kinds of guards at that.
Yes?
Slap him away. Damn it. Whoa, he's down?
Following your lead.
Wouldn't have expected a generic cell sword to have been in so much trouble. Wait, is that a grimoire? Oh, I should have you look at both of these now that I think of it. Ooh. Wait. What did I just do? Okay, you know what? I'm pretty sure I just accidentally got rid of that, so... I have a quick save from there? Yeah, that looks right. I think I accidentally removed that spell instead of learned it. So, let's see if I can do better on that encounter. Yep.
Hey there.
Great.
Oh jeez, that hit hard. Why did you immediately gun for him?
I shall deal with this one.
At least you managed to stay upright this time. Alright, how much copper do we have? Oh, quite a bit from all this. Alright, so we've got a couple of grimoires that you can look at. Although... Actually, wait, now that I think of it, is there anything that we can do with the stronghold? Well, we do have the money for it, so I think before I go too overboard with spells, since that this is going to be important for later. Alright, now I can justify throwing all of our money into learning spells. Alright, that's officially done. That's officially done.
Yeah?
Silver forks and knives are gnawed with tarnish. Oh, that's a lot. Oh dear, I think I stirred up the hive again. Alright, keep them entangled. I just realized I'm not using a whole lot of my available spells. This does. Huh. Seems to affect. It doesn't seem to have affected either of us. Oh geez, this is hurting.
Show him how it's done! That's it!
There we go. That's more like it. Quick, loot the room. Oh dear.
I'm not going anywhere like this.
We literally just stripped them? Well, I mean, we did take all their armor, I suppose. Unlock with burnished steel key. Wait, this was the way forward, wasn't it? That's comforting. one of these that I prefer? I guess it didn't matter too much.
Sure.
Brave. Instability.
Oh dear, I'm about to die again. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, now I can be indiscriminate when using this! Fireball! Now the spell right should go down quickly. I don't think I'm winning that one. Oh, boy.
Hey there.
I don't think that's the way I'm supposed to go. Or if it is, I don't think it'll end well. Given the amount of... Oh, jeez. These guys are seriously hurting.
Show him how it's
Okay, given how much these guys are hurting, this...
Come on, not like this.
Ah! Another spell right tome. The joints are fringed with rust. The emblem on the breastplate is of a tree with broad,
right,
heart-shaped leaves.
Yeah?
To the courtyard. Well,
Hey there.
now that I'm officially in a state where I can't
Hey
fight
there.
anymore. Oops, that's not what I was doing. Explore a little more.
Sure.
Brave.
That's it.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Don't mind us. Please don't call any of your friends. Oh, boom. Surprised that an arbalest would exist in this game, although if it's primitive enough, I guess they
Yeah?
can justify it, perhaps.
And what does the flame reveal?
Ah!
That looks like it hurt.
Let's see what this does. Oh, that worked out amazingly.
No rebirth for him
Ah,
this
Nope. Oh dear. Did I literally just die? Huh. Okay. I guess that's what happens if I'm not careful. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to rest then, aren't I? And figure out where the hell I'm supposed to go. Because clearly there's just so much combat in here. I get the feeling that I'm not playing this right.
Sure.
I'm just trying to think of Radrick's Chapel. Well, real quick, let's check the inventory real quick. See what exactly we got in the quest items. So the burnished steel key. That allows us to get into most places. On this area. I don't know if there would be anything useful in the siege platform, though. I'm just trying to think of where we would go. Keeps main hall, but you'll face heavy fighting if you go that way. Okay. At least I've got a... So in that case, if I go... Alright, so that tells me what I need to know about that area. So given that, what happens if I go this way? I'm not sure how intense the fighting would be if I went out this way. Okay, that puts me around here then. I should probably change weapons.
Hello? Hello?
You amuse me. Huh. Nothing out here. Nothing to report. Wonder how that's interesting. Alright, let's go. So it seems like the only other way that I can go would be to one of the ramparts. The question is, how many guards would theoretically be on those ramparts? I'm not sure. Whatever the answer, I suppose we'll find out.
Sure.
That's a lot of people. Oh jeez. That arbalest hits like a truck. Holy crap. Whoa, gypped him from hitting him so hard. Good lord. It looks like there's some AoE that don't actually hit allies. Interesting how that works. Go.
Sure.
So this is what I would have run into if I'd come up the ramparts. I suspect there won't be as intense fighting up here as there would be elsewhere. Of course I could be wrong. Didn't let me get to him. Alright, then we'll just have to shoot him the old-fashioned way.
Following your lead.
Man, that's hard to win. Actually, this was pretty effective the first time.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's it. Right, be distracted by literally everybody else, please.
Show him how it's done.
Following your lead.
Would be good. How does all work? Okay, it just helps move, nothing else. Okay, good to know.
If it makes you rest easier.
Sure, let's go with that. Alright, the Temple Armory. It sounds like it would be fun. And the courtyard. Whereas there would be an armory for a temple, but then again, we've seen a lot of very heavily armored paladins already, so that might explain it. Huh.
I'll have it in no time. I'll have it in no
I
time.
can do that.
And I don't have any more lockpicks,
Yeah?
so I can't. Crap! I don't know how easy it would be for me to run back and get some lockpicks. Problem is, I'm already heavily committed to my current circumstances, so I really don't want to go into the courtyard. That way lies madness. With how I've been fighting, it would be a very bad idea to go down there. Who just hit him? That's weird. Oh, I have to actually see if I can aim this properly. Oh geez. Well, I got that guy at least. Well, if you're gonna be like that. What's the range on this? Not great. Well, that seemed to help. It's like, oh yeah, you've only got melee. Wow, that is a very awkward position to be in. Can you disengage? Yes, you can.
Following your lead.
That's not very helpful.
Why did it suddenly get dark?
Brave.
Alright, you need to get him, man.
HP
Before he dies.
That's not very helpful.
And he's dead anyway.
Don't even stand still!
Well, it did a little bit of damage anyway. Equip that, then use this on both of them.
Suck!
Love.
Don't even spoil now!
Knock the other one down too.
You're not getting through me.
Suck!
Ooh, he's stunned. Take him out. Or her out.
Brave, join arms!
Why won't you die? Stop healing each other for crying out loud. I need you dead.
Ulu!
See how effective this is. Ooh, that's nice burning damage.
Roak! Brave,
That was painful. Some of us more than others, but still, that was painful.
Sure.
And of course, there's nothing useful over here. Great. Man. Well, knowing to avoid the courtyard. Just trying to think of where else I can go. Because it looks like, well, combat is clearly unavoidable. I'm just trying to think of how to minimize it in order to reach the target. Because at this rate, so many people have ended up dead that no way this isn't going to be incredibly violent. An incredibly violent solution, no matter how it shakes out. Well, I guess the best thing we can do is probably to keep moving in through here. Ah, more guards. Oh jeez, disengaging was a mistake.
Aye?
Stuck, huh? Okay, you know what? He's not gonna last this battle anyway. Just hit him. Hey, that did something. He actually survived. He's actually... How did Kenna not die from that? He should have died from that. I threw a fireball in his face.
How may I?
What just happened? Ooh.
Sure.
Oh wait, that's courtyard. Bad idea. Bad idea. Courtyard are bad idea. Well, to be fair, what good idea have I had today? Oh wait, the courtyard is a separate area entirely? Oh. Oh, you're just one spell, right? That should be easy enough to deal with, right? Yeah, we're fine. Let's see if the grimoire has anything interesting in it. This one doesn't. Right? Have you look at it. As we'll bring them all out. Looks like they have all the same stuff. Well, I guess they can't give us too many spells. Alright, so same description as that other suit of armor. Looks like I'm being forced out into that area no matter what. Assuming that I don't want to go into the courtyard. Ow!
Yeah?
I think we better lead with Fireball. Oh geez, that's a lot of people. I think it's time to have some fun. Rapids. Alright, yep. Rapid fire time. It is absolutely time for all the people to come out. Okay, there, you're not gonna last much longer. How best to handle this? Okay, so that's helpful. Why aren't you rapid clawing? You could have these guys a long time ago with it. Oh well. Give him hell. Get some endurance back for it. Oh hey, we actually did this properly. Second win. Wait, I think we did it properly? I don't know, there's two scary paladins left. I'm nervous. See how effective that is. Got him! Got that one anyway. Do I have any good single target? Because I could use some. Oh, this'll hurt.
Lava.
Please let this hurt. Come on. Oh, did that interrupt the spell?
This thing isn't doing
Try
the
again.
job.
Roac 10!
Oh, that did
Hey
it.
there.
Braved Alfie.
Oh, that was cool. That was cool. Okay, good. Dispel redstone.
Yeah?
Probably same spells. Alright, let's go out into the courtyard, see if there's anyone else we need to tangle with. No? This looks important. Let's see if we can enter here without a fight.
Let's see what lies this way.
Indeed.
You should see this.
Oh,
Sure.
Where's that lead? The dungeon laboratory. There's a secret way into the dungeon laboratory? So,
Hey.
poetry compilation.
Hey there.
Yeah, that looked like a lore book. I'm gonna end up with a collection of these lore books at this rate. So this leads back into the dungeon laboratory? Now I'm just curious.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Aww. So there must be a way to open it from the other side then. If that's the case. Curious. So, in theory, I might have been able to avoid a decent Oh, this must have been the way that she would have shown me then. The initial way... So, the initial key would have gotten me... Pistol.
I can do that.
That's the old ledger record the taxes paid on farmsteads in Gildan Vale as far back as 2632.
I can do that.
Yeah?
Really wishing I had some lockpicks right about now. Oh man, there's a lot that'll be required to keep stuff. There's a lot that we'll have to worry about. Blood still runs from the woman's slit throat, soaking into the sheets below. Blackened pages curl in the fire. All other cover embossed with a rising sun and 3 stars is barely visible through the glass.
I fear we've lost the angry one.
Ring of Unshackling. What's this do? Grant suppress affliction. Style effect suspended over 5 seconds. Interesting. I feel like this is something you'll want to hang on to.
Hey.
Cool.
Hey there.
Are these her bed chamber? Well, are these the Mrs. Champion of Barath? I get the feeling I get the feeling that I am about to run into trouble. I'm gonna go rest. Oh man. I must admit, I probably should have anticipated just how long it would take to get through this. I mean, it's a noble stronghold, but you look at the town and you don't think that there's more people here than in the... You wouldn't necessarily think that there's more people in the keep than there are the town itself. Though, to be fair, what we're only seeing is a small amounts that are out and about through the day. It's very likely that most of them are just working the fields or doing something to that effect. So, it's not necessarily the most jarring thing, but it is a little distracting. At least I have a way to rest if I'm willing to run back and forth all day.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yeah, I know, shut up. I could resize it to my liking. Nice. Very nice to have that. May not have the old school layout, but it's still very functional. I'll definitely take it. So given that, I suspect... You know what? Let's thoroughly explore this area first, before I inevitably get myself into trouble by going into somewhere I shouldn't. I get the feeling I'll need to rest at least once more, but... Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Take out that archer. I'm taking a little more damage than I like.
And that's how it's done.
Still taking more damage than I like. Okay, archer's dead. And what do we got against us? I think we take out the priestess first. Alright, get one good spell off before going down.
Yes?
Alright, now you've asked for it. There we go. Turn around and deal with this guy. Preferably before the angry one goes down. There we go. Oh, nice. Quick, grab the loot. Under the pillow is a wooden medallion carved with a rising sun and 3 stars.
Hey there.
Tied to a leather thong. I wonder what significance that holds. Well, whatever the case may be, it seems that that's... Yeah, it seems that all that remains here is just going into this part and getting our butts kicked. So without further ado, let's get our butts kicked. Unless there's some over this way. The temple scriptorium. Champions of Barath. Radric. Guess this is how I speak with him. I better make a proper save just in case.
Yeah?
Let him approach. Flanked by a host of guards, all of whom regard you with mute hostility. Lord Radric the Seventh observes you from his throne, clad in ornate plate. His eyes have a hollow quality, and there is a pallor to the man's gaunt face that leaves his features showing stark against the dark and unkempt hair. There is a dagger discarded upon one stone arm of the throne. A thin crimson rivulet worms its way down from the blade and past Radric's fingers, even as he leans forward to regard you with a piercing gaze. Thought he'd be better looking, even with all the inbreeding. Though his face is calm, you notice Adair's hand staying toward his weapon, as though with a mind of its own. It seems I have you to thank for the chaos spreading through my keep. I half expected some invading army.
It is unlike Kolsch to hire mercenaries, or foreigners for that matter. And you are not one of mine, so I cannot accuse you of treason.
Alright, Radric's voice is a low rasp, his gaze fixed upon you. He smiles grimly, flashing his white teeth. His fingers close loosely around the pommel of his dagger, as if to ascertain it is still there, and then flinch away. Perhaps he ought to have considered such tactics sooner. You've made short work of my guards. They were good and loyal servants. Loyal to my coin, if not to me. They deserved a better fate than you gave them.
What has my cousin promised you? Some grand reward? If he had any resources to his name, he would not covet mine. And if he had any honor in him, he would not have tried this here, now, when I have lost so much.
Kolsch is your cousin?
Oh yes, we are kin, he and I. He was raised within these walls, in fact, privy to all the privileges our family had to offer. But a greedy man always hungers after more than he receives, however bountiful. I was eldest, heir to the stewardship of our lands, and he was not.
The legacy brought chaos with it, panic and despair. Kolsch took advantage of that chaos, creating division in our ranks, luring loyal men and women to his cause. Good men, good women. Radric's gaze grows distant for a moment, and then he glances at you, his lips curl. He fled the keep in time to hole up in the wilds beyond the village, to play at being a commoner and court favor with the people. And while he plays at conqueror, the Vale suffers. Families, traitors, all. I do not have enough men to guard the roads and defend us from Kolsch's incursions both. My attention suffers, and so my governance, my family. Nor can I make the effort necessary to bring about an end to this curse if we are beset at all hours by his traitorous plots. What have you lost?
Much. There is a plague among us here in Gilded Vale. The legacy is but part of it. The rest is fear, heresy, perversion. Each incident alone is but the flicker of a candle, but together, a blaze that will destroy us.
The legacy is a test of faith. It has driven many to madness. They cling to hollow promises, to dark and terrible things. Each lie permitted feeds the fire. Every whisper from preening charlatans and venom-tongued midwives. The words of false prophets, the promises of dead gods. He clenches a gloved fist.
The flame consumed her. My Ygritte. And our child with it.
What happened there?
A just sentence.
Radric turns his head slightly to regard the dagger. There is a sudden, careful stillness in his expression. His voice wavers, and in that moment a pang of grief crosses his face. Ygritte knew. She hid the verses from me, the tokens. She knew what I would make of them. The scattered god poisoned her against me, made her deaf to my instruction. Only when our son was born, that hollow thing, that monster, then we both knew what her crimes had wrought. Radric turns a baleful look upon you, jaw working, face flushed and splotchy with emotion. It could not stand. He brings up a hand suddenly toward his temple, obscuring his face. What does Kolsch know of sacrifice? He would indulge himself. Let us succumb one by one and suffer Berat's punishment, until the final soul goes to its keeping never to return, and Gilded Vale is but a barren land. You murdered your own wife? Your child? I carried out the sentence. Would you have me give her to an executioner? In the deer wood we see to our own justice. Radric sits back in his throne, his knuckles white upon the armrest. And that thing, that silent aberration, that was not alive to kill. Keep your recriminations, trespasser. I have done my duty. Gilded Vale has suffered under your rule. It deserves a better leader. Radric makes a low, huffing noise of disbelief. And you think Kolsch is that leader? What does he understand of what it means to be Thane? He has gathered a meager assembly of illiterate farmers and scavengers to himself and sent these in suicidal action against my guards.
You are a pawn in Kolsch's designs, and he has kept his motivations from you for a reason. I wonder if you understand what it is you do, or what you might accomplish if you were better informed. You have proven your competence in your way, and had I such an ally, we might together put an end to Gilded Vale's woes, lift the curse once and for all, and in doing so, return us to a life where such strict measures are not necessary.
I'd like to know more about the Radricks. Radricks, it is but I alone now. But the Radric name was birthed in glory. We have been stewards of Gilded Vale for generations. Its people look to us still for guidance and protection. First from the excesses of the Empire, and now from what dangers the Deerwood holds. I have inherited that duty, but my vows, by my title, so long as I am Thane, I will permit no threat against our lands, be they mortal or spiritual in nature. What has happened to the Gilded Vale? The legacy. Shortly after the death of the scattered god, Waidwin's legacy fell upon our lands, and despair came with it. How could it not when the curse took our children, our hope from us? I knew that Barath would not allow such cruelties, not unless we had lost his favor. Some in the village cling yet to a false faith, worshipping the dead god. They revere him in secret, even knowing what it brings upon us. My own wife, she continued her heresies against my wishes, and when our child was born, we saw then that no sin remains unrevealed. No man is free from Barath's judgment. No woman. I will do what I must to ensure that we do not stray again from the path, but it has taken time to root out the last of these cultists within our village, time Kolsch uses to gather his forces. I'm willing to listen. What do you have in mind?
Good, good. The stakes are too high for rash action. Be assured Defiance Bay will hear of your assistance to me.
You are in a position to put a swift end to this rebellion. I have wasted too many resources on Kolsch and paid the cost for it. Kill him and I can refocus my attention upon the Blight. Between the priest and my Animancer, we can determine a cure. My family will be the last to suffer for this legacy. I don't know. I think it's nice that someone's there to distract him from killing the rest of my town, even if they're not the best neighbors these days. He has doubtless attempted to ply you with lies, hoping to pull you to his side. He will permit you to approach him so that he might work upon you further, and then you will have your opportunity. You truly are mad if you think I would ever help you.
So be it. May the twinned god take pity upon your splintered soul, and scatter it to the winds.
Well, here we go. Oh geez, how am I already taking so much damage so quickly? Jeez! Okay, I'm gonna need a plan in order to deal with this crap. I'm going to need a serious plan in order to deal with this. So, what do I have? I think in that case, given that, I think we will need to have... Yeah, well, we've got our tank, so we sent him out in front as per usual.
Hey.
Hey there.
Hey. Hey.
It is what has my cousin promised you? Oh, yes. Much. The flame could adjust. You have proven your competence in your way, and had I such an ally, we might together put an... Good. So be it.
I wonder if this will work indoors. Oh. Interesting. second. Stuck in place. Oh, jeez, did I interrupt my own spellcast? Second one. Alright. How are you still standing? Oh right, you're on the second wind. And it didn't even last you very long. Well, the other second to win, I should say.
Stop us!
Alright, where's the king in all this? Oh, Radrick's right there, huh? Okay, I don't have a clear way of killing this guy. Shoot. Crap, how do I do this? Okay, I think I have the right idea. Using him as live bait.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me how this works?
Hey there.
Hey,
What?
hey.
Okay. Try again.
It is. What has my cousin promised you? Some grand Oh, yes.
Alright, we go through this some more.
Much. The flame consumed a You have proven your competence in your way. Good. So be it.
Oh crap, that's not what I meant to happen. Listen goes. Hit him again. I'll get the neck out. Oh, that's bad. At least you got back up. Okay, I think we've gotten slightly better shape. Okay, so with where you're standing, you're gonna hit me with this, but that's okay. At this point, just dealing enough damage to take everyone out's more important. Especially now that actually Radrick's still alive. Well, that's not good. Didn't I have magic missile prepared, or whatever the local equivalent is? Alright, I'm down, but a lot of them aren't.
We're down one.
Ah, crap, that missed. Okay. We might be able to win this. Gonna be close, though. Down he goes. How is that Archmage still standing?
Artifact growth and growth!
Close to you to dead. Here, there.
Artifact growth and...
How are you still alive? Not quite enough, huh? Alright, I think that's him down.
Your tail, let's go!
Stun him out if you can. Oh man, this is gonna be close.
That's not very helpful.
Let's use this scroll, I guess. We did it! Oh, that was a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was a lot. We heard that you had moved against the keep, yet we have arrived too late. But a moment earlier and I would have heard his dying breath. No matter. It is done. The tyrant is dead, and our village is free to move into a greater future. Gilded Vale owes you a great debt. I owe you a great debt. You have accomplished what I could not. Take what rewards you care to from Radric's vaults. You have earned them twice over. There is much to do. We must send word to the Earl, of course. Revoke the cruel laws Radric had instated. But do not think we will forget your assistance. You have brought about great change. Take pride. Everyone will remember this moment. Come men, clear these bodies from the hall. With that, Cole strides eagerly towards the throne. I hope I didn't just make a terrible mistake. Forgive me, friend. There is much to do, but we will not forget what you have done for us. If that means I can just wander around freely and see what I can... Well, I wonder if I can...
I can do that.
Still can't get into there, huh? But I'm assuming that means I can just waltz out the front door now. I hope I haven't made a grievous error by doing that. I guess we'll find out, won't we? At this rate, I may have to depose him too, but we'll see what happens. With that done. Sadly. Lower ramparts. Okay. Anything interesting over this way? Nothing really. Looks like there's a bit over here. If we want to explore some more. May as well take what we can then, right? Actually, I'm curious to see what the priest has to say. So we may as well head up that way first. Oh man, that was a lot. Yeah, that's It's probably a good thing that we left that for a session, instead of just seeing to a bunch of other stuff. I did not expect to take as long as I did sorting out this mess. And again, there were guards everywhere. I really should have seen it coming. Still, it is done. It is done. So I guess we'll see if he has anything interesting to say, and if not, I guess we will be free to leave. And so
Hey there.
Gilded Vale has its new thing. I will trust that you have chosen wisely. Well, that makes one of us. I don't know. Maybe I'm just... Well, this is the guy who wrote Knights of the Old Republic 2, so... I know that there's could always be something else in play, if I'm not careful, so... I'm very curious to see how things will work out. Very curious indeed. We are. I'm trying to think if there's anything more that we want to do before leaving. Probably not. At this point, it's just outside. Well, we better hope Kolsch is the forgiving type. For now, I guess we'll go ahead and head back to town. See if there's anything interesting at Gilded Vale now. Although, given what was said, it seems that there's more than Gilded Vale that Radric was ruling over, so maybe it'll end up being a good thing in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
Well, either way, go ahead and sell a bunch of our crap. Oh, actually, no, we won't. Actually, there might be some interesting dialogue now.
Good day, stranger.
Alright, so what kind of stuff can we get? Well, I guess... Brings a deflection and protection, that could be useful. We will need to get rid of some of this, though. All my thinking is we can keep one of each. Just for posterity's sake. Wait, that's an arbalest. What, was I calling the rifle an arbalest? Or is it... I think the proper term is arquebus, maybe? Well, either way. So much to be sold. So much to be sold. Actually, I could probably sell the Spellwright tomes, too. Oh geez, the game's having trouble keeping up with all this. This is the Unity engine, so it wouldn't surprise me if there was some performance issue related to all of the crap that I'm throwing in right now. Wait, I wanted to keep one saber hand. There we go. Pretty sure all these Spellwright tomes are the same, but we'll hang on to all of them just to be safe. There we are. Armor. We'll keep two of the plate. Oh, nah, I'm not too worried about that. Fine robe. Zero copper for the priest robes? Interesting. All this useless junk that he's taking. All this useless junk. Yep. Wait, am I actually making a profit off of this? What's the cape of withdrawal? Eh. Bronze horn figurine. Huh. Lance. Stiletto. What would be any might be useful. Increased attack speed on something that's slow usually. Crits can inflict prone. Go ahead and go for it. So we pay a little bit to him. Works out in the end. Yeah, that's fine by me. Wonder if there'll be any interesting discussion over here. Actually, how's this coming along? Finished in a day and 8 hours? Yeah, it's gonna take a while still. I guess in that case, we can either go exploring below our stronghold. Oh wait, there were those graves that we were going to look at, weren't there? Although...
Welcome. Guess we'll go with that. And then I'm trying to think. What would be next? Is it worth going back over there? Just to see all that? I did say that I would after we had seen through everything else. And honestly, we can just take the Eastern Wood and then Black Meadow, Cape Nua. I think that'll still work out. Overall, it'll take us a full day of travel pretty much to get to Cape Nua. And we may as well stop by there on our way to our other objectives. So, go ahead and check out all this. Oh shoot, we didn't pick up a camping spot. Alright. Here lies Ray. It was just not his day. And please, no necromancy. Let him rot in peace. Seriously, he really hates necromancers. Really. Arsik Vek, a wanderer of many worlds. He was very high-minded. A charlatan, smooth and shady, who wooed too many a lady. While joyfully rolling in the sack, a knife was plunged in his back. To an end came his cheating life at the hands of his jealous wife. Oh. His coffers made empty to turn the tide. Some say chivalry is gone, but never dismay. For this hero ever ready to save the day. Family, friendly, and tradition he stay. His righteous cause prevails even as life slipped away. There's been a terrible mistake. Don't just stand there, get a shovel and start digging. Accepting tourists to the plane of pirates. Please say Erisia to be given a full brochure of the many exciting and cost-effective adventures available. They who are willing to give up their liberty for the sake of security deserve neither, and so have appeared those who hope for nothing and fear nothing, the truly free. Honor the sacrifices of those that gave their lives so that we could be free once again. Live the life you love the life you live. From now to eternity, life will always be a game. Eventually, every torment ends. Please excuse our dust. Once a proud hero, he died far from home. His fortune squandered on women and song. But dry your teary eyes, there's no need to despair. For he went out smiling, no regrets did he bear. Unknown wizard. Big the Hong Kong, what? Internet. A man with his shield and sword trying to leave his past behind. But regardless of how far you go, how many battles you fight, the demons from the past will always find you. A famous poet of old whose writings were lost all but for a line which now marks his memorial. 1 drop of blood ill spent. Here's to the fall of Olin of Sorcerer's Place. Sir Billet a paladin, who'd sword and mace. Takata, 'twas turnips, put a smile on my face. Kitrax, for tech help, was first on his case. Each one now gone, but now without trace. Here lies a proof that wit can never be defense enough against a sword. Puff the swamp dragon? Should have kept one of his kidneys. A warrior from another land, fighting against his own body for the right to live. He fought 25 years to be felled in his greatest battle. He lived through worse than this. It is improvident to regard something as a trifle just because it fails to catch the eye. One should never judge a book by its cover, or one may miss at least one marvel. Look deeper, wayfarer. Enjoy, 'cause I sure will. Pronto. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. In memory of my best friend, Ratman. May us always remember him. Lived and died by the dice. Mario? Pfft, oh dear. Not everybody appreciated those who lend a helping hand. Searched long and hard and dedicated your life. I hope you have found in it what is in it. In memory of... I'm not sure what that is. An answer Mancer proved a dubious addition to any adventuring party, being mostly useless in the thick of battle and largely only good for his knowledge of obscure trivia. Fun in a pub, though. Oh, the answer Mancer. A life has been wasted on searching for a place inhabited by wise people skilled in the ancient and forgotten art of grammar. Capitalization, punctuation, syntax, spelling. No hope. All is lost. House of Wickmere. Acrobat. Hunter of butterflies. Destroyer of gingerbread houses. Well then. I'm just going outside and maybe some time. To be lost in eternity is to truly find home. May we never lose the spirit and imagination that brought us here. 3 overlords known for their intelligence, laziness, and raw killing power. Neighbor cat. The internet's weird. Here lies in earth a root of hell, set by the Dale's ain divil. This worthless body's damned Timsel, to save the Lord the trouble. Founding member of the Society for Collaborating Solipsists. Whatever that means. This name appears like it was stamped into the memorial from a heavy blow. It is cracked, weather-beaten, barely hanging on, and looks as though it might be dashed to the 4 winds at any moment. Under this black soil lies a man whom this world was too much to live in. After having gone from north to south to east to west, he went underground. Ashweenie, the best weenie? I'm not sure I'd want to know what that means. All I know is that I know nothing. That sounds like something I would put. Here in an eternal state of irony lies Clamo, coffin dodger of the Obsidian Order. Necrophiliac reply within, no thank you. And how can man die better than facing fearful odds, for the ashes of his fathers and the temples of his gods? Without everyone's help, this memorial won't even be here. Thank you. Sarathiel was here. Capitated by a mailbox? I can only please one person today. Today is not your day. Tomorrow doesn't look good either. Jeez. Fortune favors the brave, my son. In remembrance of those who gave their lives during the Golden Era. In a world where what we want is only what we want until it's ours, sometimes get what is needed. So don't give up hope. It comes from the least expected place. Struggle is worth the effort. Who knows where the dance will take the dreamer? Alright, one more. Heresy Research Labs? We must move forward. To my old followers from Mundo Orb. Let's see, those were good times and you were best mates. Wonder what that entails. Probably a guild of some... Probably a MMO guild. 7. Riveting. Grish was a headstrong, loyal, and dedicated person to his companions and loved ones. Oftentimes he would take on jobs that were deemed suicidal, thus earning the title of Harbinger. Property owner of the Elizabeth Dane. Died like a sod at the Battle of Innsmouth. May his soul rest in peace, covered in slop and filth at the table of drunken Davy Jones Law. Oh, hey.
I feel like I've heard of that website. Yeah, I feel like I've heard of that website. Is that the ice? Is that a guide site? I'm pretty sure it is. Don't recognize that language. All men must die, but why oh why do I have to fry? Bank of Burst is now closed. Knew too much. Fitting that it's all commas. If I could reach from pole to pole or grasp the ocean with a span, I would be measured by the soul, the mind's the standard of men. Had too little common ground. Did old Lucane with plebs from Dale, to seat a single blade of grass. Still the wizard had me round, and would spin me a twisting tale, the lonesome evenings to pass. Noble father of a grateful son. Nothing is achieved without risk. You just have to assess the risks, and your name might still end up on a tombstone. As a denizen of far-off lands such as Westgate and Toril, Harlow has dedicated himself to the adventuring life, first by taking the endless roads himself, then guiding others along his twisted paths. Nothing beats a good old linguistic barrier. He heard its screams that aim as if a dream, but knew not what to fear. He went to sea without his steel. A serious man was Ki'il. He rolled the dice and paid the price. Was the beast of Air Brentil. I'm assuming that's the rhyme. If it isn't, well, too bad, it is now. Alrighty then, so I guess that's all of that. I guess I can go reading the books later. For now though, I guess we can stop by the stronghold, Caed Nua. Figure out where to go. Oh man, there's a lot still to explore with this map. I get the feeling that this is only the start too, depending on whether we're able to leave the Defiance Bay and go anywhere. Take us 24 hours still to get to Caed Nua? Jeez. We should be able to rest here at least, hopefully. Although, to be fair, given that we've still got the benefit from resting over at the inn, maybe we don't want that. Ah well, let's go talk to our spirit friend. Interesting that all the cobwebs have been taken away now. Actually does look okay-ish now.
I trust all is well. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
What is the state of the keep? Alrighty. Eastern Barbican construction started? Oh, I see. So the most recent is up top, and it's going in reverse order. Okay. What to work on next? We can take prisoners during our travels? I feel like there's a lot of oh man, there's a lot that I can do. Looks like we can only work on one upgrade at a time, but at least easy enough. Was this your keep once?
Not as a land is its laws. More as a child is its mother's. This castle was my design, you see. The Earl appointed me to do it. I was getting on in years. I knew it would be my only chance to build something magnificent. When it was built, I couldn't bring myself to part from it, to go back to my lonely home. I begged the Earl to let me stay, to take care of it. It was all I wanted, and he granted it. Years later, when Bereth Susha finally came calling, I begged the Earl to find a way to let me remain, and so he did.
You mentioned an Earl before.
The Earl of Yenwood. The original, in fact, when Deerwood was a colony. He found this site, the only ruin Ere Glanfarth refused to defend, and he believed its wealth would be great. The keep was his way of defending his family's claim, and that claim became his obsession. He had to know what lay beneath. He devoted his life to excavating the ruins below the keep. They had been sealed with rock and soil. Deliberately, it would seem. Years passed, and with them the Earl. He dug his entire life and never found what he sought. His obsession became his sons and his sons' sons. And one day, that young Earl broke through.
And he found the endless paths waiting for him. Yes, an endless maze, incomprehensible in its construction. But he would never come to learn more than that. Vile things had taken residence there. Vile and dangerous. They poured up through the keep and slew its residents, the Earl among them. After that,
the keep remained abandoned, unused, wasted. Mayor Wall's mastery of this place was the first hope I'd had in 200 years. How I've longed to see it as it once was. I can only guess why all this has happened. I fear I've wronged the gods putting this place here, and they've doomed me to watch it wear away into dust. To witness my own folly.
Are you imprisoned in that throne?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins. One of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul. Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
Oh, here we are. Man, there is plenty that I'm gonna have to see to over the course of this, aren't we? Aren't I? Plenty to worry about. Plenty to worry about. So, given the circumstances, let's see. This probably would be enough. It would probably make the most sense to try and remember what's in the barracks.
You must.
Actually, wait, it's probably still... Actually, now that I've rebuilt it, yeah, it still looks a mess. So, it's gonna take quite a while and a lot of gold in order to see to everything by the looks of it, but see to it we shall. See to it we shall. So, at this point, I think that's where we'll call it. So, I guess next week, or whenever I find time for this... Whoops. Let's see, where's that? Go ahead for that. I guess the next time I don't know when I'll be able to see to this next. I've got 2 weeks. Well, technically 1, but I could probably drag it out to 2 if I absolutely needed to. I need to have a video ready on the main channel, so given that, I probably won't have much time to stream. If anything, I might be able to do something on Sundays because that was technically a day of rest for me, so I should probably actually act like they are. Although, I don't have an exact time figured out for when I would do that, though. So, we'll have to see. For now, though, this is where we shall call it. Hopefully. I think the only thing that'll need to be mentioned with respect to timing would be... I believe Orcs Must Die 3 comes out this week, so I might have to see to that at some point. But for now, thank you all for watching. I hope this was entertaining, watching me struggle endlessly to deal with all that crap. So, either way, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.